This is a conjecture on my part. This is just me guessing and thinking, all right? So I look at animals in the forest. Obviously, we know that animals in the forest, they don't eat every day, the wild animals. They can go longer periods without eating. We are part of the animal kingdom, even though we think we're above everything else, and we're part of nature. So we're one of the animals, one of the created beings on this earth that seem to be hungry every 3 to 5 hours, with possibly anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000 calories. You got to realize that on average 3,500 calories per pound. So multiply that by 60 pounds, multiply that by 100 pounds if you're overweight. That's a heck of a lot of calories. Why are you so hungry if you have all those calories? It's because you're locking yourself out from your fat stores. Frequent meals, insulin spikes, locks you out of your fat stores. If you're eating carbohydrates, you got to burn through the carbohydrates primarily to get to the fat stores. If you're going to do a calorie restricted low fat diet, okay, with higher carbohydrates as 60%, the typical high fat, low fat, higher carb calorie restriction, eat less, move more kind of bullshit. It's not that simple, guys. When you are doing it the carb way, you're going to be hungry the whole time. You're going to have to calorie restrict. When you're doing it with the low carb, what's happening is you have access 24/7 to your fat stores. You have to seriously calorie restrict if you're doing a higher carb diet, because you really have to be in a negative caloric deficit to really tap into that fat stores. But with a ketogenic diet, it's a lot different. It's the hormonal, just because we're restricting the carbs, which is a possible fuel source, we have no choice. It's like biohacking. It's like, no, screw you to your body. I ain't supplying you glucose. You have no choice to take my fat. The only thing is, if you eat too much fat, you might not lose weight. And that's just a little tweak that you have to do. All right, so I'm just saying that there is something seriously wrong with the recommendations and this bullcrap about eating the majority of your food as carbohydrates when it's strictly fuel. Shouldn't we be eating fat and protein since we're made of fat and protein? So I'm looking at these animals and I feel like an animal now because I can go a day without eating. My appetite's under control. I'm building muscle. I'm not losing muscle. Okay. I'm not even training yet. So here I am, starving myself. Here I am not eating the healthy whole grains, yet I'm feeling amazing. My cognition is awesome. I'm losing weight. I can manipulate my weight like I want, and I'm never tortured by frequent hunger. Okay. And that goes with my theory that back in the day, we ate a lot of fat and meat that supplied the actual material. And we scavenged for carbohydrates, which were very fibrous. We didn't have the middle section of the grocery store. We didn't have a grocery store. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Look at the rest of the freaking animals on Earth. The only ones that are constantly hungry are the domesticated animals because we're feeding carnivores freaking carbs again. All right? Seagulls, they eat McDonald's. Now they're like, friggin' seagulls are starving all the time because they're eating our food. Stop freaking eating carbs, all right? And then after you can have peace of mind, you can fast, you can get the benefits of fasting, and you can lose weight, and you can feel amazing. Or you could follow the food guide and be hungry every 3 hours with about 500,000 calories on your body that you can't access.